There's a thing out in your yard you stop believing in. You walk past it every morning, try not to look again. Maybe it's a dream you had, maybe it's a plan.
1980. A small Kawasaki team sat down and sketched a concept on a cocktail napkin. Not a race bike, not a sports machine, just a simple idea. A small truck that could go where trucks couldn't. 8 years later, in 1988, that sketch became the Mule 1000. Multi-use, light, equipment. It worked, so they kept building. By 1994, the first diesel mule arrived. 953 cubic centimetres, 3 cylinders, built for farms, ranches and underground mines. The same engine bloodline that's sitting right here, in this shop. While Polaris built the Ranger and John Deere built the Gator, Kawasaki kept refining the same idea. Low-geared, heavy-duty, built to last. Today there are around 30 mule models in the lineup, all descended from that napkin sketch. This one is from 2005. Beat up, scratched, not exactly pretty, but it showed up every single morning. And that is the whole point. Let the good times roll. Flux core welds strong, but it leaves behind slag, smoke residue, and a crust that has no business being under fresh paint. Wire brush on a drill, spin it clean, bare metal, now we're talking. This is the part where it starts looking intentional. Bare metal rusts. That's not an opinion, that's just what metal does when you leave it alone. Zinc spray is the solution. Think of it like sunscreen, but for steel. Zinc sits on top of the metal and sacrifices itself to rust, so the steel underneath doesn't have to. Noble stuff, truly. Thin coat, let it flash off, then another. Now the rust has to get through the zinc before it even thinks about touching my welds. Good luck with that. This zinc spray, left over from another job. Which means the nozzle is approximately as cooperative as a universal kit was. Compressor. Short blast of air. Clear the nozzle. Spray 3 seconds. Repeat. It's a system. Not a good one, but it's a system. Zinc on. Rust stays out. We're calling that a win. Before we take this thing out, the wiring needs a second look. Because right now it's held together with good intentions and temporary thinking. And temporary has a way of becoming permanent on customer jobs. Not today. Proper routing, away from heat, away from moving parts. Zip ties where they belong, not just wherever they happen to land. If this mule ends up in a ditch somewhere, it won't be because of my wiring.
You and see whatever fits in my hole. If it holds for one more season, then it's good for the soul.
Oh, that one. Best do it now, because I will absolutely forget it later.
Every fix I've done is screwed right into my skin. From frozen February nights to July sun's glare. If it broke on the highway, I've been laying in a gravel there. I don't pray for miracles, I pray for grit, for a socket that bites and a torch that'll hit. This is for the old boats, rusted threads and red hot steel, for the busted knuckle warriors who turn pain into a deal, for the roadside fixes, the ratchet strap straps and fence wire art, legendary engineering born from it's too late to fall apart. We don't have a showroom, we just got faith and grime, holding old machines together one bad idea at a time. Seen a leaf spring snap where the bracket gave in, so I got to blades at a plate of 8mm tin, drilled new holes through the rust in hopes, tightened down a mismatched set of second-hand bolts. I patched fuel lines with hose from a tractor's brake, stove clamps off the scrap pile just to make it awake. Bled a diesel on the shoulder while the truck screamed past, with a lighter in my teeth and diesel running down the glass. You can keep your warranty in showroom shine. I'll take grease in my car, free and problems that are mine. This it's for the old folks, rusted threads and red hot steel, for the busted knuckle warriors who turn pain into a deal, for the roadside fixers, ratchet strats and fence wire art, legendary engineering born from it's too late to fall apart. We don't have a blueprint, we've just got guts and time, holding old machines together one mad idea at a time. We learned to cut new threads where the old ones died, and made in a hole where fine pitch used to hide. Washer stacks like poker chips under tired springs, zip ties holding more than they ever should on anything. We welded cracks by phone light with wind in our face, turned junkyard brackets into something that could brace. If it gets you off the shoulder and it gets you back home, then that old little fix is a masterpiece of chrome. They call it barge work, I call it one more day. For a truck, for a digger that someone couldn't just throw away. Old Swedish steel and some farmer's brain, that's the reason half these ghosts still roll in the rain. So when the new world laughs at the state of my rig, they don't see every roadside battle that made it this big. Every scar in the chassis is a story I own. Every sea stubborn fastener that I finally thrown. This is for the old folks, rusted threads and red hot steel, for the busted knuckle heroes who know what's fake and what is real, for the midnight patches, angle grinder sparks in the dark, legendary engineering born from just get it to the next farm. We don't need permission, we just got fire and drive, keeping ancient iron breathing, dragging dead weight back to life. So here's to every socket that slipped and split your skin, to every roadside jack stand made of sleepers and sin. When the last old engine finally takes its rest, we'll hang those rusty bolts up like medals on our chest. Old bolts and broken knuckles, that's our hymn tonight. Old machines and stubborn people taking one more fight.
Something feels off. Power steering works, machine drives fine, but the throttle, it's not giving everything it has. Pull over, flip up the cargo bed, look down at the throttle cable. There it is. The adjustment screw is loose, not just a little loose, loose enough that it's been sitting wrong for a long time. Probably long before this mule ended up in my shop. 2 minutes, adjust the cable, tighten the screw. And just like that, it's a completely different machine. Pulls hard, variator doing its job, the way it was always supposed to feel. I hope the owner notices, because that fix cost nothing and made everything better. Sometimes that's all it takes. Alright, let's talk about this power steering unit. Because honestly, when it's installed and running, you can't hear it. You can't feel it working. You start to wonder, is it actually doing anything? Turn it off. Oh, there it is. Here's what's actually happening. Every time you turn the wheel, the torque sensor in the steering column detects the force you're applying, and which direction you're going. That signal goes to a small control unit. The control unit tells an electric motor exactly how much help to provide. More resistance from the terrain, more assist from the motor. Straight line at speed, almost no assist at all. It's not magic, it's just smart engineering listening to what you're doing and helping out at the right moment. And the beauty of a universal kit like this one, it doesn't care what machine it's on. Kawasaki Mule, Polaris Ranger, John Deere Gator, old tractor. If it's got a steering column and a 12-volt battery, there's a good chance you can fit one of these. I may or may not be looking at my tractor right now. But first, test drive. Down the road, past the fields, all the way to the coast. And I'll be honest, after 2 days under this machine, getting out in the sun felt pretty good. On the asphalt, light, responsive, completely silent. On the sand, where this mule used to fight you every single metre, nothing. Just easy. For a universal kit with 0 instructions, this thing does exactly what it promises, which, after everything we went through to get it fitted, feels like the least it could do. If you're running a mule, a gator, a ranger, or anything that steers like a stubborn mule on a bad day, this kind of kit is worth every bit of the headache. Link in the description. If you're running any machine that steers like it hates you, a 2005 Kawasaki Mule, beat up, 20 years old, steering like a tank. Now it glides. Down the road, across the sand, silent as the day it never came from the factory with EPS. Customer's going to be happy, that's the whole job. Next up, the F87, the old Volvo that's been waiting long enough. Subscribe, because that one deserves a witness. See you there.